introduce the co-host for today. These ladies are pros. They've been here before, but of course, I had to ask them back. We have, she's she's definitely an advocate for the community. She's also a radio personality. She was here last week. She's back again, Miss Priscilla Gary. This lady, she's host stranded to Victory Productions. She's an actress. She's on the Lions Den. Check it out on youtube.com/Victory Productions. This is Sheree, Miss Risho Monique. How y'all doing on today? Good. I have to set my timer, y'all. Excuse me, because I'm my own timekeeper for today. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get things started. Okay, guys. For those of you who don't keep up with pop culture, I'm gonna hook you up to a little some news of what's going on. Unfortunately, I have to say this name. It's a name I don't like to say, but Rob Kardashian is in the news because he just proposed to his girlfriend, Blac Chyna. For those who don't know who Blac Chyna is, she is the baby mother of rapper Tiger. All right, so basically, Blac Chyna has entered this relationship. She's actually helped Rob, because Rob, and for those of you who don't know, Rob never really liked to go out in public. He's gained a lot of weight. Apparently his family seems to have fat shamed him a little bit. But she's helped him as far as losing weight. He's come out in public. He seems like he's really in love with this girl. So this week, last week, he proposed to her. She apparently said yes. But it's normally when the Kardashians, something big happens, they make everybody makes a big announcement on Instagram and all social media. But nobody seems to have made an announcement this time except Rob and Blac Chyna. So it apparently seems that the Kardashians apparently don't really like Blac Chyna. So my question today for the panel is, if you were in a relationship and the family did not like you, would you stay in that relationship?
Absolutely. It depends.
Rachel.
Would I stay in a relationship?
Would you stay in a relationship?
I mean, me personally, I probably would not. However, knowing the person I am, I would probably stay in a little longer than I should.
Why?
Just to get a rise out of them. It really depends on the length of the relationship. And in this situation with Rob Kardashian, he's only been in this relationship for a few months. Yes, she did bring him out of his depression and help him to get back in the limelight. But if I've been in a relationship for years and the family just never liked me, then something's probably wrong with me for staying that long. But I don't think I would stick around if the family didn't like me because, we have to deal with them forever. That's a forever thing.
That's true.
So, yeah, probably not.
Priscilla.
Yeah, forever? I don't know. I think it's an interesting situation because it's definitely a situation. Number one, if you know from day one, day two, that they don't like you, I'm analytical. I like to figure things out. So let me figure out why you don't like me. And you have to hang in there for a little while to get better acquainted with them and see what's really the root cause of it. Because it may not be you, it may be him. And I'm saying him, not, you're the only man today. It may be something with him. There may be something that the family is dealing with him. So I would say try and get to know them to the best of your ability. Try and be kind, and if it just doesn't work, then after that point, like she said, that's forever. If it gets to that point, so try and solve it. But if not,
I think it depends on I think it depends on the length, like how long y'all been together. Like if you and then I think it depends on the family itself. Like for me, I'm real close with my family. For people who don't know, we're real close, and a lot of times the family is right about the person. Like they get people because a lot of times we are so infatuated with the person that we're involved with. We're blind to a lot of stuff, and your family members, they really see what's really going on outside of your own eyes. So sometimes they're trying to protect you. And there's a difference between just haters, people just want you to be single because they're miserable, and people are actually looking out for your own good. And for the most part, your family should be those that are looking out for your own good. You do have people that are miserable in your family, unfortunately. But for the most part, I think your family, I think they have good instincts when it comes to there's got to be something, because there have been quite a few people that have come into the Clay household that we didn't particularly like, but it all worked out because we were right about the situation. So, but you gotta be careful with that because sometimes your family can fall in love with people that you don't like no more. Or your family can fall in love with people. Let me tell y'all, I can't bring anybody home. You know, I love my family, but I'm like 30 years old now, and I think they're really are ready for me to get married. Really ready. And I can't bring nobody home. Like, they could just be, we just chilling. They could be just a friend, just an actress I work with. Oh, that's, you know, oh, I really like them for you. I think they're really cute. I think they're really nice. I'm like, bruh, like, no, like, we just, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes your family can like somebody a little bit too much, you know. Let's take it a step further. Would you, like, you're really in love, like, it's just y'all against the world, and the family really don't like it. Would you marry that person? Would you, like, really take that next step if the man asked you to marry? Or, you know, nowadays women are getting bold and asking men to marry them. So, would you get married with the person?
No.
Would you marry that person?
You were talking about the family dynamics. I think something that's important to consider also is it depends upon how much your family is in your business. I think a lot of times we do allow our families to dictate our life. And to your point, look, I know that's not the one for me, right? But in terms of marriage, if you've grown to that place where the two of you are in love in that capacity, number one, I hope that your significant other is helping you in the situation. We didn't really touch on that. I hope that they're just not sitting silently. If they are, then there is a problem. But if you love him, he loves you, and I'm referring to women right now, not you.
I got you.
It's clear the haze. You know, this is the days we live in. But that being said, I mean, I'm not gonna lose my Boaz if that's what he is to me, because his sister doesn't like me. I'm sorry. We're gonna work this thing out some way. So no, I'm not gonna give him up because of something like that. I'm just not. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback on that, if you've gotten to the point of marriage where this relationship has extended this length of time, you've gotten through whatever, you know, the family issues may be, and now he has proposed to me, absolutely not. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna marry him. I'm not gonna just end my relationship because his family doesn't like me, because, I mean, at this point, just like the Bible says, it's time for you to leave your mother, leave your father. This is our family. You know, if your family wants to be a part of what we will have in the future, then they better get with the program. If not, I mean, it's us now.
So let's say this is reverse. If your mom came to you and said, "Rachel, baby, I don't like so and so. I don't think he's good for you. I don't think he's good. I think he's steering you down the wrong path, baby." What would you tell your mom? And y'all are like 2 years in. Y'all about to. You're about to, you know, jump the broom. What would you tell your mother?
I love my mom. Like, she's my favorite person. That's tough. I mean, me and my mom would absolutely need to sit down and talk. What is it about this guy that you don't like? What is it about this guy that isn't right for me in your eyes? Because my mom has told me before in relationships that I became a different person. And I mean, she was right. Like, you're not being yourself. You're not being genuine. When you get around this person, I don't know who you are. And, you know, at that time, I'm blinded. And I'm like, whatever, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. But, I mean, I would want to know what it is exactly that it is about this person or about this relationship that you're not liking or you don't think should go any further. So
I think it comes down to, like, say, this comes down to discernment. I think, you know, as adults, I know, of course, when you're a teenager, you need to listen, because when you're a teenager, you don't know what you're talking about. But as adults, it's just, again, it comes down to discernment. You have to kind of just honestly just really pray and just kind of be like, okay, is this the direction I need to be going in? Because again, I feel, and I'm just speaking from me and my family, your family won't steer you in the wrong direction. I don't think so. I think more likely your family has your best interest at heart. You know, they want to see the best for you. And sometimes, again, like you said, sometimes they can see things that you can't see because you're so in love that, you know, you're missing the warning signs that, because like you said, you know, there have been opportune times where, you know, they're like, well, Carlton, I don't like the way you're acting around this certain person. And not even just relationships, even with friendships, you gotta be careful with that too, because you're trying to be involved with this clique or be involved with this circle that you change who you are and you neglect the people that have been down for you since day one. That's the problem too. That's a whole nother subject within itself, because I can go on my soapbox on that all day. But we won't do that because we gotta keep it under 30 minutes sometimes. We're coming back. We're coming back to a break. We're gonna be back. We have another topic to talk about. We're still talking about relationships. What if your significant other decide not to claim you in public?
Mm-hmm.
We'll answer that question. We'll be right back. KARLTON Says.
Yo, we in Augusta, Georgia, standing in the middle of a diamond, rhyming, punching our timing, cause no one's gonna give it to you if you just ask nice. I learned quickly that this game is cold as ice, so excuse me if I sound a little hoarse. I'm on top of this bird trying to build my front porch, cause home is where you make it, and there is no chasing me away while my stomach is aching, my guts are waking, and I'm about to drop a load, so hold your nose, cause homie, when I got to go, I got to go, and I'm about to go in on my own soul. It's about time for me and these demons to go toe to toe. I'm sick of being controlled or fooled into being emo about something that I let go. So let's go back to the original origin of the situation. I see them hating, the way it got my heart racing, my mind pacing. It's unfair, but I can't change it, and to fight it would be time wasted. I let it creep up on me. Now it's time to face it, cause we are free beings with the power of choice, and we can conquer or devour anything with our voice. So think carefully, cause if you think about it, you'll speak carefully, and if you speak about it, then you should be about it. That's how trust is earned, and that's how you build a brick house. Hope your pigs learned. When you think you're getting over on your brothers, there's always a wolf waiting for his turn. Which reminds me of a poem that says, once more into the fray, until the last good fight that I'll ever know. I live and down this day. I live and down this day.
My spidey sense of tingling with dreams and wishes that came forth and bitten me. Hanging by a thread on a web, I have been led on this path with a field goal that you kicking me. This journey kicking me soccer plays and tendencies. Wanna pack my bags, move from the AUG to Tennessee. Chasing your dreams, you need all types of energy. So pass me my blue Powerade or any color beat. It ain't about the guap, I'm pulling up in a drop top when you get hot. It's about the love of the game, the growing pains, the path that you came, the way that you changed by speaking life into your name. To be or not to be, the battle's in your mind and the plant follows the seed. I'm getting high off life, so don't pass me no weed. I ain't gotta join the end to be all I can be. People laugh at my pain. They say I ain't got heart, but let me explain. I'm like that car you push and start, but I stay in my lane. There's no need to gas me up, cause I know how to maintain. I remind you of a slow train or turtle, taking my time, but when it's time I'm hopping hurdles. You think I was two people like Stephen Murder Urkel. When I hit the scene with no gasoline, I still hurt you. With my lyrics in the chamber, my gun loaded with them verses, pulling triggers like I done this all my life or I rehearsed this. I just carry myself very well, don't need for purses. I'm a diamond in this moment.
I am a diamond in the rough. I am a diamond in the rough. I am brilliant, but I'm tough. I can write or go off the cuff. Who said homeboy on that other stuff? He dream, he pray, he ain't like us. On earth we sin and God we trust.
All right, so before break, I asked the question: would you be okay if your significant other decide not to claim you in public? Now let me. Let me explain the story behind it. Nicki Minaj, she did an interview. She was saying that she was in a relationship. I don't know if people know her boyfriend Safari is a producer. She was in a relationship with him like 12 years, I think, something like that. But basically, when she was interviewed before, and they would ask her, "Are you in a relationship?" she would say no. She would say, "I'm single," even though she was in a long-term relationship. Well, now she was in a relationship. I think they're still maybe not with Meek Mill. Not sure. They're kind of rocky. But she's saying right now I wouldn't call him my boyfriend. And she said the next person she decides to date, she's probably gonna go back to her Safari ways and say I'm single, even though she's dating somebody. And I've heard this story. I've heard this before, where celebrity couples have decided. I know Taraji P. Henson had said at one point too. If there's no ring on your finger, if we're not married, then I really I'm not gonna claim you, because I guess the relationship can be flighty. I want people in the business. And Nicki Minaj's reason for saying that was because of negativity. No matter how positive your relationship is, how things are going, people are still going to spout negative things at you. So, ladies, if your man said, "Hey, babe, I want to while we together and in private we good, but in the public I'm single," how would you feel about that?
So you looked over here.
One of them.
It's twofold. It is twofold. In all fairness, I think a lot of times we forget what it means to date. Get to know the person, hang out a little while, you know. But now what we see is as soon as you go out once or twice, that's your boo, and he doesn't call you that. And sometimes vice versa. We do like we see with Nicki Minaj right now. So we need to first make sure that we're ready to go public with it. I will say that because of the flighty risk that come with it, you know, because then the next week you're with somebody else and that's your boo. So that's the problem too. You know, we can blame social media for that. But once we are at a place where we have an understanding this is a committed relationship, then no, we are not going to be private any longer. We're going public. Yeah, we will go public. It does have to be serious, and I can say that because I'm a private person myself, and it does have to be a serious relationship. And you know through that discernment that you spoke of earlier that this is going to work out, right? And then you definitely go public. Yeah, you're not going to hide me in the closet. I'm not a skeleton.
Rachel.
I mean, okay, yes, by trade, I'm an actress, but for my relationship, I'm not going to put on a front or play a role for anybody. So if we're in a 12-year relationship, please believe it needs to be known that this is a relationship. I mean, we're not going to go out and, oh, this is my homegirl, this is my friend, you know, and I'm single. Absolutely not. You're not. That's disrespectful to me. I know, like you said, a lot of celebrities do like to keep their relationships under the radar. And that's understandable. In Taraji's case, she mentioned that she's not going to give nobody's going to get the notoriety from what she's done. So, I mean, hey, to each their own. But you will not. Well, keep me in public, and we're in a relationship, and I can act like I can be your boo in private, but you're not going to disown me. I don't think so.
I think there's a difference between keeping your business to yourself and just disowning somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, Kerry Washington is very private, but we know she married. Well, yeah, she's still married. But the point is, she keeps her private business private. But we know that you know as a man not to step to her because she belongs to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just think it's a to each his own. But it is a touchy subject. But I mean, because again, I think there's so much disrespect in the world because people have the balls to still try to talk to somebody that's even in a relationship, you know, and let alone marriage. Like, you know, and it's okay to, you know, you look at somebody. I'm guilty. I see married women sometimes. They're on TV. TMI, I love you. And you know, and it's be like, you know, oh, she's very attractive. But I mean, I know she's married. And I wouldn't dare step to her and try to talk to her. You know, first of all, I'm not even in her league. First off, second of all, I mean, that's just disrespectful because she's a married woman. Yeah. But a lot of times these days, people don't have any. There you go, cool. They don't have any respect for boundaries. So I just think it should be known that, hey, I'm in a relationship. You don't have to know all our business, but I'm in a relationship. Will and Jada, as much rumors that go on about their relationship, they've been together for a very long time, and that's because they keep their business private. But you know that's Will and Jada. You would never dare step to Will, and you would never step to Jada, because you already know what the deal is. So I just think you just need to differentiate between the two. That's a long time. You gonna own me? I'm in.
Well, you're not.
No, you gonna say my name. You gonna say my name? No. 12 years.
That's a marriage.
First, thank you. First of all, why are we married? That's a long time. That's a decade plus 2.
12 months, and you better tell somebody something.
That's a long time.
That's an Oprah instead of
That's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
It is. It's disrespectful.
It is, definitely. All right, we got 4 minutes. Another story real quick. For those of you who do not know, Neo has just got married. And he has a baby on the way. However, his former baby mother, well not former, his baby mother's person he was former relationship with, they had a agreement a long time ago that they had their 2 kids and they're done. So she burned her tubes, you know, instead of tying them, she actually got them burned because she was like, we're done. But and their agreement was for Neo to, you know, have the surgery or whatever, but he hasn't had it because clearly he's got somebody else pregnant. So now she's writing a book and she's just saying how, you know, she's feeling no ways about this whole situation. Well, my question to you ladies, since we have ladies on the panel, if a man came to you, if you're a man, you're not married yet, and he said, boo, we got our 2-3 kids, we good, I think it's time for us to both go ahead and get that, snip, we're done. What'd you do?
You first.
Come again?
What'd you do it, ladies?
3 kids.
We got 3 minutes.
I'm not gonna tell her no.
Change your mind
I mean,
later on
there
down
is
the
no
line.
compromise there. Unless I've made that decision on my own, then absolutely not.
So you think Neo was unfair in asking doing that?
No, he can ask whatever he wants to ask. I think that was up to her to make that decision. That's a grown woman.
Right.
She chose to do that. Unfortunately for her, if she regrets that at this point, then
I think she does.
Then God bless her. But she chose to do that. That was a choice. So I'm not mad at him for asking.
Okay, she good.
That's what we have to think through all
I
the
ain't be
time.
mad.
So it's our fault.
I'm mad for.
I'm just asking a question.
You aren't married to this man. If you
Yeah.
were happy with your 2 children, okay, you made that decision on your own. But don't make the decision based on what he said. Because this man has not put a ring on your finger. This man has not decided to have a forever with you. So why would you make a forever decision with this temporary person? I mean, y'all are only gonna be in each other's lives as long as you have these children, unless you decide otherwise. I mean, are we certain he didn't have his vasectomy reversed? Because I mean, I've had family members who've had vasectomies
And you can't get those things reversed.
and had children.
I went up for experience.
Not one, but children. So just saying.
But yeah, it's just like I said. I'm just thinking about, you know, I don't know why she did that. I mean,
that was not why.
it wasn't, and she's still young, and you know, she could meet her, like the person she really wants to spend the rest of her life with, and you know, he might not have no kids yet. He might be really wanting to have kids, and that's a whole nother situation. That's touchy. I actually feel bad for her because I think she thought that Neo was her one, and he turned out not to be. Yeah, you can adopt.
You can adopt.
That's true.
There's always hope.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the man might want to actually, you know, sometimes you want your own, somebody that looks like you. You know what I'm saying?
Oops, it's broken. I'm so sorry. That's true. We have options. Adoption.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not mocking or making fun.
I know, but you're being honest. I mean, that's
It's
the
the
truth.
truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
She
it's
should
a decision
definitely have thought. It goes back to that whole discernment thing and just really thinking and not, because again, we make decisions sometimes. We're so caught up and we're so in love with the person, we make foolish decisions sometimes. So
Impulsive, and that was ridiculously impulsive. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
And unless, science might come up with something. They
I had that conversation with my sister. I said, you never know. I mean, she
they're
might be-
creative nowadays.
It definitely, technology is definitely on the rise. So we'll see what happens. Right. Cool. All right. We got to take a break. Mr. Anthony Page is up next. Y'all know who he is.
All right.
Let's get it. Come up next. Welcome to the shop, a one-stop shop where you can get your hair cut, your hair done, your car detailed, some food, and a family atmosphere all in one place. Open 7 days a week. 2756 Milledgeville Road, Augusta, Georgia, across from JD Byrider. Come on down to the shop. Today, he's known throughout the community and the arts. He's definitely making big moves with Blue Bistro Theater. Let's give it up for Mr. Anthony. Good. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, we're happy to have you here. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and jump into it. tell us how for those who may not know what Blue Bistro is, tell us about Blue Bistro and how they got started.
Passion and necessity.
Okay.
You know, God gave me this talent to do some things, man, and I had a specific thing that I could do very well. But you need a lot of pieces to get your projects done. So over time, I learned how to produce, direct, write, act, but I still needed those people, so I started developing actors, developing writers, developing producers, on and on, so we can do projects. I mean, I love what I do, but you know, in our media, you can't do it by yourself. You know, so I'm trying to, what Blue Bistro is, I call it a collaborative. The company itself is me, my wife, and our 5-year-old. We're Blue Bistro, but we collaborate with many other artists, you know, and that's what the project that we have coming up, the Blue Series. It's kind of the fruit of that collaboration.
Okay, and so that's a great segue. So tell us about the series, like what do you have, what can people expect that are gonna come to the series?
Real stories from real people, because when we set out to do this, we did what we call the Blue Series back in February, and it was all of my writings, and I directed, and we're developing a lot of really phenomenal local talent. But I see the promise in many of the other actors who also have other skills. I said, well, look, we need to do another one where you guys are the writers, and I'll just executive produce. So we got Nathan Rockwell is doing a piece, we got Alondra Grace is doing a piece, Cassandra Walton is doing a piece, Summer Shepard and LaRavia Walters, and of course my baby, got the Walters, my sugar. So they're going to be 6 one-act plays. Each of them have done something that's really meaningful to them. You know, each story that they're going to present that evening touches them in a very specific way. Nate doesn't mind me talking about it. His is called It Ain't Always Him. He had a 25-year marriage end, and that was a touch point for the one-act play that he's going to present. You know, it's very personal for him. He knows that story very well, so he's taken all his acting experience and working with various directors across his career. Now he's bringing to life a whole new chapter in his life, as well as the others. So that's what the Blue Series is. It's going to be a series of one-act plays by 6 new writer-director voices in the CSRA.
Okay, cool. And when is it? And times, and give us all that information, where and everything.
601 Broad Street is the location. It's a community building right on the corner of 6th and Broad Street. Upstairs, they got like a wonderful space that we turn into like a little black box theater space. It's very intimate, about 75 seats, so very personal. You know, we can develop a very personal relationship with the audience like you have on your show here. Starting April 15th, 7 o'clock is the first show, then we'll do 2 shows Saturday the 16th, 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and then we'll do another matinee on Sunday at 3 p.m. on the 17th. So that's the Blue Series, and we call it the Blue Series Metamorphosis. Because I see these wonderful talents that are surrounding me at the beginning of a brand new chapter in their lives. You know, great actors that I've had an opportunity to work with who are now seeing the promise of being able to write stories and direct and build their own visions and take those stories to audiences.
Now, Anthony, you've been doing this for a long time. Been doing this for a minute, and you've seen the landscape of the arts here in Augusta. And I just being honest, how do you see things going as the arts community?
I think our time has come. You know, you know me way back from when I was doing the Augusta Renaissance, because I saw it. I saw people like KARLTON SAYS, and I saw people like Dorian, and there was many others. The struggle that we've had is so many people have left. The pull of Atlanta is so strong, so you get that critical mass of people, and now things are starting to happen, and then it tends to be the best that want to go to that bigger market and compete. But I think there's a group of people in Augusta now, especially within the dynamic of theater, film, and television, that there's enough substance within them, enough commitment and work ethic that I think you're going to start to see some things happen. I mean, we're developing 6 new writer-directors, so imagine in a year the stories that they'll be able to tell. And then, you know, there's other people too, like, you know, who's in the audience, Mary Sumter, who's groomed a lot of talent. She brought us a lot of actors, and she's phenomenal. She's got a production coming on. So I think this is that time. I think a lot of artists are not just thinking local anymore. They can be national being based in Augusta because they can go where the opportunity is and they can keep their base here. Because that seems to work for me and my wife. We have a lot of resources here that we can get more projects done than if we were in Atlanta, New York, or LA. big project comes up in Atlanta, we'll go do it and we come back home. So I do see that this is a really good time in Augusta. And the beautiful part of it, I don't want to be too long with it, the future really rests on our shoulders. We get to kind of dictate what the cultural future of Augusta will be in a lot of ways. So I'm excited about that. We get to kind of blaze that trail like the trail that you're blazing, the distinction that you just got. So
I think the importance, if I can speak bluntly, is seeing more of this. I think it's important that people who are making moves and who are doing things, I think it's more important that we all come together.
Absolutely.
Because if I can speak bluntly, the other folks are doing it. They're coming together, they're making moves, that's where the money is. The problem with us is everybody wants to be starring, everybody wants to be directing, everybody wants, people don't, everybody has a gift, and everybody has a talent. And I think that if we come together, Anthony, if you're great at directing, Rachel, you act. I'm a writer. If everybody can pull their resources in together, we could be a force. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if our community can really get that, then I think we can really make some things. Because you're doing some great things. Everybody is doing some great things, but we can do even better things if we all come together and stop being, I say all the time, stop being crabs in a barrel, man. Just stop. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I think that this right here, we're making a step in the right direction. Because like I said again, people try to throw jabs and different things just to create drama. And I'm in 2016. I ain't got time for it. No, we're not doing it. So you know what I'm saying. So squash the drama, stop it. Be about your life and be about your business. Okay, so
metaphor we use for so many years. I'm a loner kid. I was that kid you put me in the corner. I could play by myself and be happy. I can take down a rabbit by myself. You're gonna eat for 30 minutes. But together we can take down that water buffalo. Like you see those lions, one's on the back, one got him by the nose, and they wrestling and he fighting, but they pull it down. And that's what I said. If we come together and everybody bring all of these different expertises, because you're not going to be an expert in everything.
That's right.
It's too many disciplines and this kind of storytelling to be an expert in all of it. But we come together, we can tackle bigger projects.
I agree.
And then we can nationalize something that, be a part of that national conversation, that we nurture something within this community that grows to have a national significance. And then the resources that come with that and the other doors that can open because of that.
Right.
Because I've tried for so many years to do it by myself, and I almost get there, but you always fall short. I'm not going to be the best editor, writer, director, producer. It's just too many slashes, and you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
Significant. And you're competing with people, who have depth and breadth on their teams. So another allegory I use is like, I understand why LeBron left Cleveland the first time. He wanted to win a championship, and he's like, I'm doing everything I can, and I'm losing. But he get down in Miami the first time and got a couple of players around him, and all of a sudden they started winning. And that's what we're looking at. Let's win. If I have to, I'll be the floor sweeper this time, cool, but we put up a W.
Come on.
This time I'm producing, we put up a W. Next time I'm even writing, we put up a W. It's okay. Let's put up some W's and just kind of scale that up.
Agreed, definitely. All right, so we have some of your proteges coming up next. We're gonna talk to them. We'll be right back. You're watching Carlton Says Live.
What are you doing, Monkey Mark?
I'm reading a book. What do you think I'm doing?
Monkeys cannot read.
Then how do I know this says Just One More Little Minute by Carlton J. Morris?
Because they told you.
Just One More Little Minute, a children's book by Carlton G. Morris. For more information, email cgmorrisbooks@gmail.com. Get your copy today. Welcome back to the We have some up-and-coming writer directors here. I'm so excited to have these beautiful ladies here with me. on KARLTON Says Live up here. How you guys doing? Awesome. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick for people who may not know who you are. Start with Miss Lavita.
Okay, so I'm Lavita Wallace Page, and I am Anthony Page's wife.
All right now.
I'm a lot of things, but I think I'm excited right now in this space to be a new director. Because I've been writing a long time. I've been writing since I was 12, but now I'm a director. So that's who I am in this space.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. All right, Miss Cassandra.
I am Cassandra Walton, and like my other two friends here, this is my first time being a director. I've written things, and actually, me writing was a big secret. Nobody knew I could write. But as a conversation unfolded with Anthony, who's one of my good friends and mentors, he was like, "Oh, wait, you can write." I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." He was like, "We gonna put you out." So here I am.
Okay, awesome. Miss Alondra.
And I'm Alondra Grace, actress, singer. I'm a writer. I've been writing for a long time. I love writing. I've written actually several plays within the church setting, and I've always wanted to go outside. So I just thank Mr. Page for the opportunity to present on a director level. So I'm just excited.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. That's cool. So tell us, start with Alondra. Tell us about your play. What's the title of your play? And just a little bit of what it's about.
Captive. Captive. Actually, it's a piece that I started working on last year, and actually it's a bigger project. It's actually a play, and I'm taking a excerpt out of the play, and basically talking about real issues. It's very raw. Sexual molestation, mental illness. It's a lot of things combined in one.
Okay.
So hidden secrets, lies, betrayal, deceit. We're gonna unravel some stuff because there's certain things that goes on. So what I write about, I love writing about real issues, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So it's in your face. It's really raw, but it's truth.
I love that. All right, Miss Cassandra.
My piece is called Growing Pains.
Okay.
It's a dramedy. It's a dramatic comedy. 'Cause I love to laugh. I think laughter is good for the soul.
It sure is.
I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I'm a people person. I'm a Sagittarius. So it's a dramedy, but it's about a single parent. Because I'm a single parent. I have 6 sons. Most people are like, "You have what?" Yes, I have 6 sons, and it just talks about that child's feelings and the relationship between the son and the mother. And because I'm a working mom, and I wear many hats because I am an actress, and I wear many hats. So it shows the struggle between a mother and a son, his struggle in school, staying focused. So he ends up in the principal's office, but you got to come and see it to find out what's happened. So, but it touches on that because that's meaningful to me.
Okay.
And so it touches on that. But I'm sure if you come and see it, you'll enjoy it. Got a lot of good things in it that's gonna make you laugh.
Awesome. All right, Miss Lavita. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, and I wasn't going to reveal this, but my piece is called Circuitous.
Okay.
And it is actually my story.
Okay.
Because before I found my husband, I was married before. It was a very, very bad relationship. Before that, of course, I was a young woman trying to find, someone who would be that love. And I made a lot of mistakes. And so, coming from the space of a minister, because I've been ministering all my life, I feel like testimony, if I've gone through it, it's only so that I can help someone else. So that's what Circuitous is about. It talks about this young woman and how her issues and her mistakes come back to haunt her in the worst way. So Circuitous as in to come back around.
Okay, awesome. Well, I am just I'm proud of you because we go a long way.
Absolutely.
So I'm so proud of you. And I know you guys from Facebook, so I'm so happy to finally meet you guys in person. So I'm just proud of you guys. I think you guys are doing great things. Just keep shining, man. Just keep shining, and don't allow naysayers to deter you from what God has put in each and every one of you. So you guys are doing some great things.
Well,
So,
before you close the segment,
Yes.
I gotta say you are really doing your thing. You are a beacon for up and coming talent, for people who want to be content creators. And so please continue to be, visual and vocal and continue to do your thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the
Thank you.
We were having that conversation when I came in. I was like, look, I never met you, but I've been stalking your page. I support you.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. That definitely means a lot. All right, guys. Again, make sure you guys go to the Blue Bistro series, Metamorphosis. It's coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are the times? Because they slipped. I ain't gonna lie.
April 15th, 7 p.m.
Okay.
That's Friday. Saturday, April the 16th, we have a 3 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show. And then on April the 17th, which is Sunday, we have a 3 p.m. show.
All right.
The tickets are $20 at the door, and we will see you there, absolutely.
Get your tickets.
Get
now.
them.
Yes.
You can contact me on Facebook if you want your tickets, because I got you.
Definitely. 601 Broad Street, correct?
601.
All right. Awesome. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining me. And we'll be right back on KARLTON Says Live.
Just one. Just one.
Just one more. Just one more. Just one more.
Just One More Little Minute, a children's book by Carlton G. Morris. For more information, email cgmorrisbooks@gmail.com. Get your copy today.
So I am standing here with a dynamic spoken word artist that I have not even heard yet, but I know she's dynamic because just look at her. Let's tell us who you are.
My name is Sa Jules. You can find me on Facebook. My fan page is Sa Jules Truth Spitter. I hail from Wisconsin, but I currently reside in Augusta, Georgia.
All right.
Some shoes though.
Yes. So what are you going to do for us today?
I am going to do a piece called Work of Art. I have dealt with a lot of self-esteem issues coming up, being talked about, ridiculed, and I wrote a piece responding to all those haters.
All right. Well, you look beautiful. So beautifully. Do your thing, girl. All right.
Yeah. This is an original piece called Work of Art. It's time to ride the waves of my three-wheel motion while enjoying the realistic effects of my 3D reflections. So why don't you go ahead and sit back and puff, puff, pass and dig deeper with me as I take you to the root of my nature, that is, for my kinky coils that love on one another so tight that they just can't seem to let go, to the buttery brown complexion of my skin tone that invites a man in on a cold winter morning because he knows I have what it takes to make him warm and toasty all over.
Hello.
Never forgetting to mention the greatness in which all of this resides. The almond shape of my brown eyes invites you in to see the world as I do. Sounds of sweet everything flow off of these full lips, caressing your eardrums and leaving you wanting more and more. Because see, I was born naked. And every day I walk around naked. And even on today, before you, I stand naked, giving you all of me. I love deep. I love strong. I love hard. I love long. But rest assured, I never love wrong. I can recall at one point in time where I was manipulated into straightening my kinky coily tresses and believing that a size 2 is what would make me a much more desirable woman. But I stand here today and I embrace all of me and I love me for me. And I leave all of those once upon a time naysayers longing and wanting for a piece of my abstract. I mean, after all, I was created by His Royal Highness, and nothing that he signs, stamps, seals, and delivers is unworthy of looks and stares. So as for all those disapproving gnaws and glares, they just get ignored, honey, and pushed to the side. Because they too soon turn into curiosity and hunger. That hunger that lurks deep down inside to get to know the unknown and the misunderstood. So come with me. Step in my hood so I can show you what's really good.
Okay.
There's no need to fear because, see, my life, it paints a very vivid picture of heartache, abuse, devastation. This canvas that stands before you has been dented, dinged, scarred, and bruised, but she still stands here as a masterpiece, worthy of hanging on any museum wall in the world. But she chooses to walk around on display 24/7 for your curiosity, your hunger, for your knowledge, and your encouragement, because she is a work of art.
All right, make sure I'm in my thing. All right, we good. All right, thank you so much for that. Y'all, she came in last minute. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't had nobody. So she was in the audience, and Anthony was like, "We got spoken word artists here," and so she came and you showed out. Thank you so much. Yeah, you did a great job. How can we reach out to you again?
You can find me on my fan page on Facebook at Sa Jules Truth Spitter. Jules is Jules.
Okay. All right. That was wonderful. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us on KARLTON SAYS Live. This is it for the month of April. I gotta go do some filming, so therefore, yeah, we're gonna have to take a little break. But you can catch us every Monday on 520 Radio at 9 a.m. So definitely check us out still there. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Anthony, Alondra, Cassandra, and Lavita, thank y'all so much. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to our studio audience. Thank you to Anthony, Aaron, and my sister Kendra for all your help. Tim, appreciate you. We'll see you when we get back. And this is KARLTON SAYS Live. We'll see y'all next time.